traditional cook pots are bulky, loud, and notoriously hard to pack. If you work or play outdoors, then this might be a product that you're going to want to take a look at. It is perfect for hunters and guides, lightweight outdoor adventurers, and any time where portability is a major concern. For years, I taught survival and outdoor leadership in the Marine Corps. Now my passion is helping you to develop the skills and techniques required for outdoor recreation. I'm Norseman, and this is Survivology 101. As an entrepreneur and a small business owner myself, I love to support small businesses, especially when they're local. Bare Minimum started as a Kickstarter campaign, and it was the brainchild of inventor Corey Santiago and his wife Heidi. What Corey invented was the world's first folding cook pot. It folds up like a Chinese takeout container, and it comes in 3 sizes. Corey, along with his wife Heidi, and their bear bowl was featured on Season 10, Episode 1 of Shark Tank, and they're located right here in the Pacific Northwest in Spokane, Washington. When asked, Corey said the reason he tackled this project is because there was a need for something small and packable for survival. But being all in on all things survival and lightweight backpacking and camping, and since there was nothing already on the market, he set out to make one. So Corey decided to do something about it and scratch an itch that nobody else has been able to scratch. So tell us down in the comments, what kind of cook pot do you usually take to the field?
Gone before I realized I was out of my way. We sit and talk, I see your crying eyes turning red through the day. I share my mind with no censorship, hang it all up to dry. Teardrops hanging from your upper lip, clinging on, afraid to fly, and I wait for the night when I will hold you tight. Just heart from a darkened mind, spill it out in a song, and I wait for the night when I will hold you tight.
So let's talk about the abilities. Ability 1, affordability. The 32-ounce Baby Bear comes in at $29.95, the 64-ounce Mama Bear comes in at $39.95, and the 128-ounce Papa Bear comes in at just $49.95. They also have various family packs with combinations of 2 baby bears, or Baby Bear, Mama Bear, or Mama, Papa, and Baby Bear, depending on what your needs are. There's a couple different options on Amazon, some of them with or without the 550 cord wrap on the handle. I'll link to a few of those down below, and I'll also put a link to Bare Minimum's website. Durability. The Bear Bowl Cook Pot is made from a lab-tested, BPA-free, PTFE-coated fiberglass that is food grade. The Bare Bowl has an aluminum plate riveted onto the bottom in order to protect the fiberglass material from direct flame. These are not specifically designed for open flame. Flame will wrap around the sides of the bowl and it will damage the PTFE coated fiberglass. The recommendation is to wrap the entire bowl in tin foil if you're going to be cooking on an open flame. Corey says that the Bare Bowl is good for about 70 uses. That would be roughly 3 meals a day for a month. So if you're through hiking the Appalachian Trail or the Pacific Crest Trail, this would be an ideal cooking device to bring with you and just add them to your resupply kits. Last up, accessibility. They're very easy to get. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them at Bare Minimum's website, and they always seem to be in stock. Now let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly as it pertains to the Bare Bowl. For the good, it folds flat. It's super easy to clean. You just pour a little water on it, wipe it off with a rag, and it's ready to go. You can cook food and boil in the same pot. Not at the same time, but you can do it in the same pot. And it's very precise when pouring water out of the pot and into a container like a canteen or a small mouth bottle. The bad. The 550 cord wrap adds a lot of weight to the handle. It adds weight to the overall package. Maybe not enough to be noticeable, but it makes the handle droop over and singe the 550 cord with the flames. I personally am going to take the 550 cord wrap off of my handle. It seems to take a couple of minutes longer to boil than it does in a traditional cook pot, partly because it doesn't have the metal all the way around it heating up. It seems to be more prone to the wind knocking it off your stove or into the fire than a traditional round-shaped cook pot. And the ugly. The square design doesn't really sit right when you're so used to it. I know that it's just a visual thing, but it does feel weird to boil water and cook in a square container. That'll come in time, I suppose, but for now, that's the ugly. And as far as my recommendation goes, I think that this is perfect for hikers and hunters and people that are going out but not necessarily intending to stay for long periods of time but could potentially get stuck out there. If there's nothing like downing an elk and having to stay an extra day, at least you have a container in your pack that weighs almost nothing that you can cook some food on and boil some water so that you can continue to transport your kill out of the woods. I think that it's invaluable for something like that. Through hikers on some of the longer trails, I think it would be invaluable for them to use it and then have one in each of their resupply boxes so they can refresh the container each time they stop. And the greatest potential I see is for your stored food bucket containers. If you were to take each of your stored food containers and put a Bare Bowl in those, they'll take up no space. You can still snap the lid on. That in conjunction with an Emberlit stove is the absolute perfect solution for cooking all your stored foods. And I hope one day to see Wise Food Storage start including something like an Emberlit stove and a Bare Bowl in each of their stored food buckets. The Bare Bowl is not a perfect solution for all outdoor environments, but if you do work or play outside, it's probably worth taking a second look because I think that you might be impressed by the portability and usability of this nifty new little piece of kit. Lastly, I just want to say I didn't pay for this item, but I didn't get it from the company either. I have no loyalty to Corey or to Bare Minimum, even though they're local. I've never met the man. But so far I will say that I'm impressed with the functionality of this little cook pot, and I intend to give it a real thorough run through. If in the future I discover any major faults with this, you can bet that I'm going to let you know that it's not up to the task. Mine is going to live in my haversack, nestled right up against my Emberlit Fire Ant. Alright folks, that concludes our look at the Bare Minimum Bare Bowl. If you got anything out of that, please consider subscribing to this channel and ringing that bell so you get notified when I have new uploads. This is Survivology 101, and I'll see you on the next one.
I share my mind with no censorship. Hang it all up to dry.